So Eddie Hearn says Boots, could fight Josh Kelly or the Mazaliev winner. Next, I think, with Vergil and Jaron not fight next, I just speak on Jaron in this video and what they should do next. I mean, obviously, I think the number one thing is for Jaron to get a title. I think that's the number one thing. Both of them should get a title. Both of them should look to get a title, to be honest with you. Therefore, if they do fight, which I don't care if they do or don't at this point, if they do fight, then at least, to be something on the line. I feel like at the end of the day, Jermell Charlo isn't a feasible opponent for either or. I don't feel like, because how does that build up, or Errol Spence for him, how does that build them in the right direction? Jermell Charlo, don't nobody really give a fuck about what Jermell Charlo doing. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, if he can ever fight again, nobody, if anything, he should be trying to go up and get another belt to really stamp himself as a Hall of Famer for sure. And for Earl, it's rumors that he fighting Tim Tszyu next, but what does that do for Vergil Ortiz? You beat up an older Errol Spence. How does that make the Boots fight more high stakes? It doesn't. What makes it more high stakes if they go out there and they get a belt? So one should go fight Fondor and one should go fight Mazaliev, Josh Kelly winner, or the Abraso, damn, I'm about to call him Vito Malinecki, Xander Zayas winner. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that's what it should be. One should go get Xander. You try to get Xander, or one of them go get a belt. Somebody fight Fondor. Somebody turn around. Since Golden Boy and them is cool with Oscar. Golden Boy is cool with Al Heyman, and Jaron Ennis is cool with Kelly and Mazaliev. And all that situation. If Kelly win, Boots gonna already have a signed contract to fight Josh Kelly. Mazaliev win, he ain't gonna want to fight with Mazaliev, and that'd be a huge statement. At the end of the day, if he was able to go in there and look good and beat Mazaliev, I think people would say Boots is the truth. I think that fight stamps him more than beating Vergil Ortiz as, okay, he's real. That's the fight that makes him real. In my opinion, I just talk about Vergil Ortiz, and the fight for Vergil Ortiz that make him real. How can he be real if most people feel like Boots ain't fought nobody? So I feel like, in a way, they do need to legitimize each other, because both of them don't seem to be legit. So how two legit motherfuckers legitimize each other? I get it from that standpoint. How can you say two guys that, ain't really done shit in their careers the top of the division? That's just a selling point. You feel what I'm saying? To get the fight fans interested. But if I was keeping it a thou wow, for real, if he get in there with Mazaliev and he whoop Mazaliev, or he look impressive doing it, or he grind out a good win, a solid win, hey man, shout out to dog. I mean, I think Boots is legit. I think Boots is a legitimate fighter, because he gonna have to take a punch. He gonna have to take some shit in that fight, or avoid some shit. So I think that's the only real way to go. Because if I'm the Barrasso, or whatever his name is, and I'm Xander Zayas, I want to wait for one of them to get a belt, and then I fight them. So if one get a belt, I just fight the one who get the belt. And with Golden Boy and Oscar and them being cool with PBC, then it should be easy to make a Sebastian Fondor fight. Keith Thurman, nobody give a fuck if he fight Keith Thurman. You can kick Keith Thurman to the curb. Honestly, and you can do Vergil Ortiz and Fondor, Kelly Mazaliev, Warner versus Jaron Ennis. Then they should fight each other. But then again, what's the problem with that? With belts on the line, now all of a sudden they gonna want more money. So can you entice, Turkey Al-Sheikh to fuck with them at that point and put money up for that fight, or not? That's the question. Or do they say, oh, I want to unify with Xander Zayas, or So that's the thing about it, bro. Like, honestly, if they was gonna fight, to me, it's always better to do it sooner than later, because it sets up for rematches, it sets up for trilogies, it sets up for all of that stuff. It sets up for all of that stuff. I feel like, if you do it now, y'all, don't let one fight define you. Keep it moving. Martaleb and Cruz can fight 2-3 more times. That was a good competitive fight, in my opinion. I heard Martaleb say, I didn't feel Cruz punches. All right, cool. I mean, Your face said otherwise, but then, you know, we really can't go off the face. But if it was ever for a time for them to fight, because then they start getting belts, they start getting publicity, you know, they start getting all these things they looking for and shit. All of a sudden, that's just gonna make their worth go up more and more and more. Oh, I'm worth this, and I'm worth that 9. I'm worth this, and I'm worth that 9. I'm this, that, and the third. 3 million. I want a 7. Now I want 27 million because I'm the unified WBC, WBA, Fisher Price champion of the world. I'm telling you how this shit go. I'm telling you exactly how this shit go. So if they can't make the fight on a surface level for good, solid money, how you think these dudes gonna keep going on collecting belts, getting notoriety? How you think? That's why he feel like I want to go fight Spencer Jermell Charlo next and Vergil Ortiz, because that's gonna boost my stock. I can demand more money. So that 7 million gonna turn into, oh, I want 12 million, 13 million. So if they can't get that fight done right now, it you know, more than likely it ain't gonna get done unless somebody lose. And somebody be in a position of need. Real talk. Real talk. So, you know, but hey, so be it. But to be honest, next, you know, realistically, it should be title fights. It should be Jaron boosting this, you know, Kelly Mazaliev. He might have to wait till April or May to make that happen. Because let's say they're in a grueling fight. It might be summertime, June. And I think Fondor for Vergil Ortiz, let's just say you throw them out the door and those don't really happen. Then can somebody go up and get a title? That's a great question. Can somebody go up and get a title? So I'm going to pull up the rankings. So you got, you know, Josh Kelly, Callum Walsh. I think he might have just lost. Did he lose to Ocampo? I don't know. Let's see. No, he beat Ocampo, I guess. He's still undefeated, according to them. 16-0. Brandon Adams, Tim Tszyu brother. Shit, ain't nobody in this motherfucker for real. Real talk, ain't nobody else to fight. I know, I don't want to disrespect nobody. Madrimov just had a shaky fight the other night I seen. Charles Conwell, Rashidi Ellis. You know, hey, bro, ain't nobody to fight. To keep it a bean, ain't nobody really to fight at all. So I hope they figure it out. So, but honestly, bro, they just don't want to fight nobody. I feel like Boost don't want to fight. I feel like Vergil don't want to fight. So they ain't gonna never fight. It ain't no point even to keep talking about it, bro. If they can't make the fight right now while they don't have belts and have pound for pound notoriety, the fight ain't gonna get made. So that fight ain't gonna be really worth. That fight ain't gonna be worth millions on top of millions on top of millions on top of millions on top of millions. I'll tell you that right now. That fight ain't gonna be worth some significant amount of money, bro. Neither one of them got no character. Neither one of them, you know, speak well. Neither one of them, you know, doing the big things outside of boxing. They don't sell. They don't have that built-in fan base. So the type of money, you know, he said $7 million. Nigga ain't never touched the title, man. He ain't never, you know, headlined an event where he had 10,000 people in there that paid for tickets. Or probably nowhere close to that. He fought in Vegas and it was trash. So, like I said before, they be protecting guys as liabilities, which is crazy. Liabilities, man. But I guess the Golden Boy, he is the best fighter on Golden Boy, and that's sad. That whole promotional company is trash. To keep it a bean. You had one job to do, and that was keep Canelo happy, and you couldn't do that. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Hit the link tree. Peace.